Hi, welcome to the second iteration of Unity 3D game making. In this iteration, I'll go into a lot more detail regarding Unity and creating your own 3D game. So I just started Unity 5.1.1. I'm going to create a new project and just name it something, project 2. In this case, we'll do the asset packages. Because you can do that afterwards, but now I'm going to do that in advance because I want to have cameras in there, characters in there. I want to have some effects, environment, particle systems. Yeah, that's it, done. And then create project. It'll start to import and it takes a little while, but once that's done, I'll be back. All right, here we go. So it used a layout I set previously. If you go to the layout here, the button that says layout, just press default. You got probably you have this look right now. You can change that, so you can go to 2x3. That's also a very nice layout to work with because here we have the scene view, the game view, the hierarchy of all the objects, and here we have the, I can make it bigger, so there's more space here. Have the assets we just pre-imported, and we have the inspector. So main camera, I can here's all the options for the main camera and all the components that are added to the main camera. So to get some sort of a 3D game going, we need to add several things. First of all, we need to add a game component, a 3D object, a plane, and we are going to press R and then scale it up. So press the cube in the middle and scale it up really big. Okay, that's one. Next one. We already have a directional light. That's okay. We can set its color. Now it's yellow. We can set its color to, I don't know, maybe green, just to show you how that's done. So you can press the directional light and change the color here. Okay, and now we have the plane, we have the directional light and the main camera, but we need a character we can control with our keys. And in order to do that, we open up standard assets, and there we see characters. And to make it this more clear as to what it is, you can slide this slider to the left, and then you'll see the first person character. Double click that one, go to prefabs and get a first person controllers. Drag it, you can drag it in the scene here and then let go, or you can just put it in the hierarchy. There we have it. So if we now press double click the first person controller, you'll see it dropped it at some strange position here. So I double click the first person controller and it has this position X, Y, and Z. You can change these values. I'm going to zero them out. 0, tab, 0, tab, 0, enter. This is how you can do that. And if I would now double click the controller again, you would see it's right smack in the middle of the plane. One thing I need to tell you is that this is half, it's inside the plane. We don't want that. Press the W and move it up a little so it's outside of the plane. All right, zooming, I already explained that. Zoom in and out with the middle mouse button. You can pan using the middle mouse button pressed, and you can rotate around your own axes using the right mouse button. But the thing you're gonna use most is hold down the right mouse button and then press W. W-S-A-D. And also Q and E. E is up, Q is down. So we've got Q, W, E, A, S, and D. These are the 6 keys you'll be using a lot while traveling through the scene of your game. So if you know this, then it's very handy to know the way you can control your viewpoint. All right, so let's go to assets. Click assets, and then there's a in this area here you can type texture, or no, let's type grass. There we go. We've got grass hill albedo texture. We can just drag it inside the scene here. Let go. Bam, there's your grass. So, and this main camera here, so now we have two cameras. If you look at the first person controller and this triangle here, and if you open it up, first person character, actually that is there's a camera. I can see that because it has a tag called main camera, and this is also a main camera. So we need, what I always do is either delete this, you can right click and then delete, or you can just disable it. There's this tick here, you can tick it, and then it's grayed out and it's not doing anything anymore inside the scene. It's still there in the hierarchy, but it's not doing anything. So this is how you can disable and enable objects inside your scene. All right, so let's just start this by pressing play. I can look around. The W is forward, S is back, A is left, and D is right. I can jump. It also has audio effects attached to what I'm doing here. So they did that in Unity 5 and Unity 4. It wasn't really that great, but this one is really a lot better. So now we have the first steps for yeah, you can get out of this mode by pressing the play button here. So now you can yeah, now we can add to the game. So what I want to do is get something nice in there, like for instance a game object, 3D object, and a cube. So let's double click the cube, and as you can see it's underneath the plane. Just put it up and put it inside the view, because what is the camera seeing? It's looking in that direction to the right. So let me see from the back. Here we go. And this cube here, you can change it here and there. I'm going to get this cube, and maybe it has metal. No, let's change that to texture. So I'm gonna look at textures. Can see what kind of textures there are. Let's go to environment, terrain assets, surface textures. Let's get some sand albedo, this texture here. Let's put it on the cube. There we have it. So now it's made out of using this texture, and what I want to do is that I want to give it a physical weight. So in order to do that, I just clicked it and I press add component, physics, rigid body. There we go. It also has a box collider automatically, and if an object has a box collider, I can kick it, and that's what I want to do. So I'm going to press play. And I can jump on it, but it doesn't really. The mass is too big, so it's like a very heavy cube. But I can make it lighter. So I just left clicked it, get the cube going here, and the mass I'll put in 0.001 like that. Enter. So press play again. Let's see how that works out. Oof. So now now it's too light. That's not what I want as well. So I just put it at 0.1. Enter. Don't forget to stop playing, because if you change these values while playing inside Unity, then you'll lose the values once you get back to your editor. Let me see if this works now. There we go. There we go. Now I can kick it. Yeah. Kick the cube. Kick the cube. Alright. So this is how you can do stuff with that cube. And just to show you how that works on the play mode, you can actually change values here that, let's put it at 0, 0.1, enter, and now that's value changed. And if I now, you can see it's still, it updated, it uses this value now. I can also do, I don't know, I can change stuff like that. Is kinematic, then it doesn't do anything right now, but that's okay. I can, let's put it at a 0.1 value. So now it's really small. Where is it? There. And if I now kick it, bang, there it goes. So, but if you now press this play button, you'll see it reverts back to the value it had before playing. So don't, in the beginning, this is really strange because, hey, I did change this value. Why didn't it not remember that value? But it's because you're in play mode. All right. Okay, so what else can we do? We also have something called a particle system. And if I double click the particle systems and go to prefabs, let's get some fireworks going. So I've got fireworks here selected, and I'll just put it on the cube. You can see here what it does. It automatically shows what it will do. So I just put prefab fireworks on the cube, and then if I press play, it keeps shooting this firework stuff. So it's like I'm kicking a piece of fireworks. So well, a cube is hardly something that looks like fireworks, but yeah, you can do. This is how easy it is in Unity to get stuff like this going. It's absolutely magnificent tool for doing stuff like this. So you can also change the, let's set the start speed not at 10 but at 100, and the start size 200. Let's see what it does. So if you can see here, wow. So this is what it's doing. You can also get a afterburner. Just put it on the cube. I don't know what it does. Ah, there we go. So it has an afterburner now, and it shoots off these particle system things. So yes, so you can also press shift and you can run, and as you can see, you can actually, there we go, now I kicked it off. So for instance, if you want to make a game out of this, I suggest you make a lot of different planes, and you have to kick the ball or the cube. You can also use a ball, and you have to kick the ball or the cube inside the hole in the field, and once you've done that, you can quit the game. So particle effect, oh, you can press stop here, and now there we go. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this second iteration of using Unity in order to get your first 3D game going, and I'll see you at the next iteration.